professors, he went, and so he, presented the opportunity to me to be able to go. And it's not every day you get to go to Africa and not come out of your pocket for it. So I was able to go. I went to. I was only unfortunately there for 2 weeks. So I didn't get that long of an experience. I was there for 2 weeks, and I was volunteering at a school. An all-girls, like the third biggest city there. So the girls there were girls from distressed backgrounds, because women there obviously aren't presented the same opportunities to better themselves. So a lot of the girls came from some pretty distressed backgrounds. Whether it been there's a coffee field like right next to this town. So whether they had been, sexually assaulted or something in the coffee field, or their family was just poor, or things like that, they were able to come to this school and get an education so they can pass their Form 1 to Form 2. Form 1 to Form 2 is like freshman to sophomore year here. So Form 1 is freshman, Form 2 is sophomore, and you have to continue to pass the exam to go to the next form. So yeah, I would say the teaching experience there it was definitely fun. I definitely had a lot of fun. Definitely was at times a language barrier. There were times where I would say something, because in Tanzania they learn Swahili and English. So there were definitely some moments where I would say something. I would laughing at you. They wouldn't laugh. They would just look. They just look at me like with blank faces, and I'd be like, "Okay, that didn't go." So then I'll write it on the board. And there were some times where they would say something to me, and I'd be like, "Can you repeat that for me?" So but we definitely had a lot of fun. I think their I don't want to say, I guess, willingness to learn. I don't want to say that in contrast to American students, and knock American students, but there's definitely a difference, I feel, because there's no way out. Tanzania is a very poor country, so there's no way out really. And that was my experience at the school. I also got I wanted to make, me being a very political, activist-oriented person, I definitely wanted to get as much experience elsewhere as I could. So I got a chance to visit a coffee plantation there, and like when I say plantation, I mean plantation. Like I mean people working for nothing in coffee fields where they get other countries rich. Let's see some other points.
Who owned the plantation?
Who owned this plantation? I think it was Indians. Indians own this plantation. But yeah, most of the resources there, you see the as we were driving through, you would see diamond mines and gold mines and all this wealth in the land, yet the people were so poor. And ironically, you see the U.S. and China. And there's definitely in competition. The U.S. and China, and they call it investment. I call it exploiting or whatever. Yeah. But in taking advantage of these places, both are trying to build up stuff. But the resources, I think China's trying to build up a road that leads straight to a port that they're building. Right. So on one hand, it looks good that they're building this road up, but it's leading straight to a port where obviously they're going to take the resources out. And I also think the U.S. is trying to build a port there as well, because they can't let China get the upper hand on them there. So yes, some of the minerals that are found in Tanzania, diamonds, gold, a lot of the things that we kill for here. The town I was in, the two tribes that were there were the Iraqi tribe.
Okay, you all, it's time to wrap it up.
Okay. So it was the Iraqi tribe and the Maasai tribe.
Iraqi? But not like...
No, they're black.
Spelled.
They're black. They're black. So yeah, and you know, just the experience, I think, you know, was great. Definitely life changing. Trying to go back next summer. If all
Are you
goes
gonna go
well.
back too?
I don't know when.
You want to go back?
Yeah.
When I went, John, 'cause I didn't have to pay the first time I went. I used my money I was going to use the second time I went to get pay for my father to go. Because when you get a tour, we got a tour, got a good deal. That may be something we want to, you and him, maybe get a tour. A bunch of us go over there.
I would love to do that.
Hey, when you go back, take me.
You basically lived there 9 months.
Yeah,
That's you lived there.
Again, I want to apologize to both of you all
No, it's
for
all right.
being short-sighted on the time. I probably should do that earlier, but we got to do it again because I think what you gave us, shared with us, would be great, both of you guys,
Yeah,
to
I
be
have to
shared on a
organize,
video,
yeah.
so we can air that because
Yeah.
people need to know
Right,
all of
they
this.
do, they
We
do.
didn't say anything that
We
people
do.
didn't need to know. Success. We just did part one. Brother Pat just came up, and Pat, Success was talking to me about issues on one end, and Pat was talking about issues on the other end. So we just did part one of the Pan-Africanist discussion, so we will continue that.
Maybe we could organize a panel discussion,
That's what we do.
something like that. Or something.
We're back here tomorrow, committed to honor the Jacksons.
Yeah.